Hey, what is up everybody, Blaze for here, and today I for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video guys, we're going to be talking about the new optimizations for at least the actual Revelation system. And for some of you guys who aren't familiar with what that is pretty much the gear system inside of the game. Any of these new viewers coming in, of course, my name is Blaze for do daily freaking videos, and we're going to be trying to hit as high as possible when it does come down to this dang game, and I'm going to keep making sure you guys are informed. Well, with the information that we are going over, the gear system, aka the Revelation set cards here, they're going to be getting a nice optimization here, and so we're going to be looking at that and actually pulling up exactly what's getting changed here and how this actually affects the rest of the game. So whether you're new, you're returning, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It means a lot to me and it does help our channel grow. And of course, drop a comment. The more of those is better, because then the channel gets into the algorithm and then we can start reaching more people. So go ahead and get to the video. So before we go ahead and look into the in-game side of things, let's go ahead and check out the post that actually went over this, which is going to be for version 2.2, aka the Revelation system optimization. Pretty much all this is a bunch of things that we just know are going to be releasing and actually improving the Revelation system itself. Seeing some things were kind of flawed to some extent, but also, you know, some things needed to be changed in general. So one of the few things that we first are going to be looking at is, of course, the display UI optimization. Pretty much for at least displaying the characters or things like that, we are finally going to be getting an optimization feature. This has been something that a lot of us have kind of wanted, because I won't lie to you, it is kind of hard to see some of at least the actual things that we're looking for this game. And I will admit, it comes to be a very annoying task looking for all of these things. So currently we have something that looks like this in game, which looks somewhat similar, and then when you filter out, it does kind of this screen. Now if you do a little bit of a comparison here, we're going to be going ahead and taking a look. As you can see, there's the little boxes here and there's nothing checked, there's nothing looked up, or else you would immediately see something like this and it would look like this, right? Nothing's really looked up whatsoever here, and you can just tell the little bits of differences. Of course, you do have the little boxes here. These boxes, instead of you having to check them off, you can immediately check them off right there, instead of actually having to go and scroll each single time to actually do this. Because in game currently we have them built kind of like this, where you want to check them and then it does this. Instead of you having to do all of that, you actually can just check them right off bat, which is really nice little quality of life change here. Nothing too crazy, but it does help us out when it comes down to at least sorting the things that we need to sort. This is still something I do appreciate, and that's going to be really nice. The next thing that, of course, that we got to look at is the upgrade display optimization here. This now, instead of showing the numbers, it's just going to mainly just show you which ones got upgraded for the most part. I think this is a good way to show this off, because you don't see it whatsoever. When you look at a card, you're never ever able to notice exactly which one has changed. If we go ahead and look into the game here, I have a maxed out card. You can't see what was up. You have to kind of just go based on the percentages, in which I'm gonna just be honest, I think this one was kind of widespread for the most part, and I think this one got upgraded a little bit more, but you won't be able to see exactly what got upped. Well, with this at least actually getting added here, we're actually going to be able to see exactly what gets upgraded. So it gives us more of that quality of life thing that I really do enjoy, but is nothing too crazy. Next thing, of course, that we're going to be looking at is the actual Revelation card interface optimization, which is already stinking nice. We are finally going to get some optimizing features when it does come down to this. Though this doesn't look too much different here, it is still something that apparently has changed. I think it's just based on the things on the things on the left side. For me, I don't really see too much of a difference, to be honest, because if we go ahead and look into the game and we go ahead and do this, it looks practically the same. I don't really see too much of a difference. Maybe it's because you're able to actually now filter it at the bottom. If you guys can look, there's a little bit of a filter that we're able to do right there. That's probably what they mean to showcase, but other than that, it's nothing too crazy, not too much of a difference, just another quality of life change, which is still an optimization that I do very well do like, because it does help us out quite a lot. Now going into the next change that we're going to be actually looking at is the big boy things here. This is for the backtrack actual optimization. So as many of us do know, there are things called blank fates that once we get them from different either events and things like that, you can actually reset a whole entire card. For some of you guys who don't know exactly what I'm talking about with this, if you guys check at least the screen once again, there's this little button, has looking like a recycling piece here. You click it. If you get these cards, which are called blank fates, you usually get them from different events or different things like that, or either you can somewhat buy them in different packs. These cards immediately reset a whole card. Doing so, whatever stat that was added, aka the fourth stat, which would be this one, not only does the card go back to its natural stats, but then that fourth stat can then be re-rolled to a different stat. So if I go ahead and upgraded this, the fourth stat does have a chance, of course, going back into this here, but can also be re-rolled into a whole different stat. This allows you to kind of get a little bit better of a feel when it does come down to at least the card and seeing if you can make that perfect card. Well, with this here, every blank fate that we actually have or has used are now going to not only return our materials, but our soul gems. Beforehand, it only just gave us back our materials, did not give us our soul gems, which definitely did suck because yeah, sure, we were able to get our materials from at least upgrading said cards, but the soul gems were the big part. That is still the money that we could not get back. Luckily for us, anyone who has been performing backtracks, and boy oh boy, I know I've done a lot of those, I should be getting a lot of these back. Pretty much if you've been performing a lot of backtracks, you're going to be getting all of your actual backtrack gems back, which will be actually contributed in the 2.2 update. That is already amazing. Now, for the next thing that is actually going to be added here, which is another interesting thing, at least here, is called the one-click equipment optimization. Pretty much with this, we're able to at least do the one-click optimization or equipment here, but now it's going to be not only corresponding with the actual card sets that are recommended, this is going to be even easier. We're able to actually swap the sets with one fit. Now, if you guys don't know exactly what we mean by that, right? You go ahead and go into the game and you check out a character, for example, this button right here allows you to unequip a whole character and re-equip them. Well, eventually what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a button where you can swap sets yourself no matter what. So let's say, I don't know, some random thought in my process of my mind, I don't know if I'm just like straight up delusional and someone needs to put me in like a home or something, but what I would end up doing is there's a button here that says swap gear sets. Well, I want Joker to be on for no dang reason, Blessed Closer's gear set. So I would click that swap gear set button and I can choose through like most likely a list of different gear sets that we do have on our current players, or at least our current characters, and I put on that gear set on Joker. This allows him to then get that gear set immediately, and of course Closer gets his gear set immediately. Less of having to manually kind of de-equip them, personally put them back on, de-equip them, like one click to put it back on. It's a little bit different and it's going to make things a lot easier. So I think that's already nice. That's going to be really, really nice in general. Now, alongside of this here, we are going to also be looking at the other optimization feature that most likely will be happening in the future, and that is a little bit of feedback that they told us themselves. They're apparently working on at least different opinions and suggestions that a lot of people have actually brought up, and that is future versions such as idle card fusion, so actually making it so we can fuse cards to make other cards. Also transformations for like changing different cards, which is always going to be great because I think everyone can preach when I say getting these arcane cards are the absolute most annoying thing. So if we could actually transform these bad boys or change them to different ones, that would be freaking immensely good for us. So that's always something that we can look forward to. And then revelation presets in general, they're going to be actually looking further into that, and that's going to help us out a lot in the actual thought process of things. But all in all, that is all the optimization things that is going to be coming down to the revelation system. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, which for hey, and consider subscribing if you are new. We do daily videos all the time, and as always, we have a lot more planned for you all. So look forward to the next stream that we end up doing, and boy oh boy, do we have a lot. So peace out, you guys. Talk to you later.